Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Age of Empires 4 replay. Spawn on the left side as the blue English, we have 3D Cat. Spawn on the right side as the yellow Malians with LoueMT. And this is one of the custom maps, so I'm not really familiar with this map. He is getting out the mining pit here. So, since this is more of a custom map, let's take a moment to see what's going on. There's this creek here, no fishies along these little areas, but do have a bit of fish here. Actuality, looks like there's only fish in the center of the map, so Blue's eyeing to grab some fishies. And it's English as well. Usually English tends to rely on farms all the time, but he's going to go a bit greedy, goes for a bit of fishes. The Malian could punish this early on, or later on. Over here, we do have a barracks going out. Looks like going to pull out some spearmen, or Donzo, I should say, to engage this dock. Both sides are investing. Both, it's going to be a late feud for both players. The wood has been cleaned up here. He is going to go for an early lumber camp in order to get to the Donzo. That's a villager there. The blue scout will spot this, and will start stabbing this villager. If I remember correctly, scouts do win against villagers in one-on-one combat, but now we got the English villager here engaging, and now here comes Donzo. Blue's eyeing for a outpost here. It takes as little as 5 spearmen to easily overwhelm a outpost. Blue's not looking for barracks, and the English can pull out Vanguard men-at-arms. Can't pull out spearmen, can pull out Vanguard men-at-arms, which were severely severe versus Donzo. Though, let me think about this. Donzo does also have one inherent pierce armor, 7 damage. They do cost 90. Man-at-arms do cost 120. They do Vanguard man-at-arms only have 2 hack armor. Costs 120, so either 33% more or Donzo costs 25% less. Donzo do have also the javelin throw ability for a good alpha strike.
Yes, sir.
Here's the man-at-arms, 8 damage, 2 melee armor, 100 health, 7 damage, 80 health. They're actually very comparable at this moment in time. The extra armor on Donzo is going to be very important. He needs to make sure he gets some javelin throws. We do also have the transport ship here, which does have javelin attack. He's mounted up. It does have a attack from being garrison of units. I forgot about the Malians has that ability. So now the Malian has naval superiority. The javelins do 7 damage, so they do decently well versus the man-at-arms armor. Let's throw some javelins there. It's trying to interrupt the tower. Try and draw them to the tower now. The Malian could back off from this tower to pull out his own outpost over here, our toll outpost. Could apply some aggression here as well. Going to throw some torches there. The villagers also throw torches. We got a good number of Vanguard men-at-arms here. Another Donzo here. He can perhaps quickly load on a transport ship to get it moving.
Yes, sir.
Finds a decent volley there. Very nice. And maybe a good idea to make sure the Donzo throw their javelins. That does how much damage? That's only 5. Okay, so it's not really important to have them throw the javelins. It will only do 2 damage versus these Vanguard men-at-arms. And does get a spear throw, javelin throw onto that villager, taking him out. 1 villager remains. Javelins still on cooldown. He needs to get those javelins. He needs to stall them out to get a good javelin throw onto these villager. This is a much higher technical game than I would imagine. There are currently 5 Donzo here. Does get a good volley down that man-at-arms. Now he's charging forward. He's trying to deal with that villager. So got the pair of javelins be fired or thrown from the transport ship thanks to the scout and the villager. Takes out the villager.
Yes, sir.
You got feudal age for the Malian player. Trying to torch down this dock now. Does get a good javelin volley there. The javelins on the transport does decent damage. There's also a progress bar when it fires. Interesting. More villagers being pushed on forward. We could see a good javelin throw. That could be up to 20 or 25 damage. Let's go with Donzo right there. Remember, without the arrow slit upgrade as well, the range is reduced from the arrow slits. The range is now researched by the Malian player. Musafati warriors could be pretty decent. And this is their arrow range at the moment. Nope, that's the arrow range. Which means the transport ship can just stay out of max range. We're seeing a bit of fire there. Transport ship can't stay out of max range when it gets some damage. Fishing boats are collecting up fish on his opponent's side as well. And if he goes for the naval arrow slit, he could perhaps really lock down the side of the map. Not to mention, the fishies are only right here. There's actually is a couple fishies back here to be utilized. That way, they're not totally dead in the water. That was a horrible pun.
Yes, sir.
English player has not started aging on up. He has plenty of gold. Villager on the front line collecting up some gold. Going for the Count's Hall now. We got the perfect time at 29 villager to build your landmark. Does get a good amount of repairs there onto the outpost, but now he's charged forward, breaks through the blockade, and now starting to get some good damage there on these fishing ships. And he's going to just go on the far side. I think the transport ship can't fire, since I see the progress bar upon firing, may not be able to fire while moving. Nope, it can. Transport ship does back on off. It'll take a bit of time to get healed up. Coastal navigation, increased speed by 15%. Is that a Malian bonus?
Yes.
I guess so. I'm not familiar with Malian. I actually have never fought the Malian on any sort of naval. You know how Sofa here, they do have 2-2 armor. The English player will need out some spearmen. He sees that Sofa. Going for the early man-at-arms upgrade to the Vanguard man-at-arms to early man-at-arms. Very good. So most body warriors could be very useful at this point in time. Does go with javelins there. May want to keep his distance. May want to also get some arrow slits. He does have a bit of stone to work with. Not enough, though. Arrow slits will give him +1 range. Will help him protect his fishing boats a little bit better. And there's naval arrows. Now Blue's going to need to push forward in order to clear out this naval yard. Throws a good javelin throw there. Takes out a fishing ship. Blue may just want to start cooking up these backline fish and stay away from this naval yard. This does have 11 range. And I don't know if he's realizing that it's getting hit. Next arrow should take out the fishing ship. And there it goes. But that is the max range right there. Scout doing a good job of scouting. No warrior scout research just yet. And this scout does go down and will take time to bop all these sheep. He could have just brought a scout over to grab him, but the scout's doing some important scouting. Got a very good number of man-at-arms here. His opponent needs to blow out some Musafati warriors, though the longbowmen will do close damage versus them. An arrow ship could be very useful in order to gauge his force. Arrow ships are good, even versus feudal age man-at-arms. Does go and mount up inside the transport ship, get some good javelin throws. Of course, losing that ship will be very, very bad. Starting to take out some of the spearmen. Sofa and warrior, not warrior scout, just scout. Get some damage there. Doc now going for a fire ship, trying to blow up on these man-at-arms. But he will destroy the dock there. The fishing ships could just back off over here. Oh, and we do have a early castawage for the Malians. It's one of the Fombia garrison. Could be a good idea to go for... I'm not sure what he should go for at the moment. He doesn't get any... No, he can go for... Can you go to Musafati gunners in feudal or in Castle Age, or is that Imperial Age?
Yeah, we getting that.
Musafati gun... Oh, crossbows... No, you can't get crossbows as Malians. So, still need to get some Musafati warriors. I'm pretty sure they're feudal age, right? Unless they're Castle Age. I guess either way, he'll have access to them soon enough. Wait, we can always check. Yeah, Musafati warrior are available in this age. Not sure about the Fombia gunners. That could be just Imperial Age. Another mining pit down here does go and wall off this area. He has a Saharan trade network. He's in a good position for trade. all the way down to here, and the trade network itself can provide some good bonuses. So maybe start transitioning to a bit of trade. Don't need a lot, just a some. Most of all, the donors are Imperial Age, not Castle Age. Going for a team of archers, which probably not a good item in this against this opponent composition of heavy and mana arms, but will be used for some longbows. His opponent only has to play a handful of spearmen. If he's able to scout this out, going for mass sofas would probably be best in order to get out importer armor, get 4/4 armor onto them. His opponent is very far away from going to the next age and did a great job at stopping his opponent from claiming a lot of fishes, slowed down the economy, so the villager advantage is even at the moment. He actually killed off a good number of his opponent's villagers, so he did lose those fishing ships. So I got some farms over here. May want to put another lumber camp in the back. And he is going for trade up north instead. I would say he probably want to get trade going past the Saharan trade network to get the taxable trade, but looks like he's unable to. Because his opponent's army is pushing down south. Got a good amount of gold being collected on up since he went for the Vombia garrison. He is going to really maximize its usage. Archers may get some damage over here. One villager does go down. You can get inside the Saharan trade network. He does have a good number of defensive archers here, but not enough versus the longbowmen. Right now, the Malian player is at 21 units. His opponent's at 32. His housing will quickly go down. He has a bit of population housing to work with, but he can't lose too many of his housing. More arrow slits being researched by Blue. Very nice. Does get out second dock to help collect up these fishies. It's going to have to make something work with the Vombia garrison. It's going for more archers. Couple units, Donzo up there. That's going to fall back. Does not set light to this other house. Maybe not realizing how good of a position he is actually in. Right now, the English player is starting to gather up some resources for the next age. He may be eyeing for the White Tower. He could go to the King's Palace. He has a good number of fishing boats on the field, as was collecting a lot of the shore fish, so he has a lot of good food coming on in. We got a good number of traders being employed on the field. He's starting to get some wall segments. May want to go for some outposts for some taxable income. Veteran sofa research, starting to transition to some sofas. You also got an archer ship here. Archer ships are very good at hitting ground units, and now got the White Castle being pulled on the field, the White Tower, which will allow him to, it gives him a free keep, as well as able to secure this golden stone here. The Malian player is making some good use of the trade as well. How many traders does he have at the moment? He does have soon to be 10. Oops, sorry, I've been hitting my microphone. Now we've got the Malian archers advancing along the flanks. We'll find some of these longbows. We got double pierce armor for the Malians, only one pierce damage.
Nu, you last.
And now do have the next age for the English. You know, has a lot of villages queued up. He needs a bit more population room. This mining pit mine has not been spotted just yet, so it's not getting harassed. Could actually put another mining pit up here. He actually has this one here, so that's where his third one's at the moment. He does spot the walls there. I mean, he may have spotted some traders. Archer ship now seeing massive arrow fire. Does fall back in time. Right now, the Malian player does have a larger force in the field and higher quality force as well. We got multiple archer ships here that will provide a great amount on shore bombardment, but there's a very good number of archers here, and they're in a line formation. He's a great damage there, takes out some of these fishing ships as well. Archer ships getting annihilated. He doesn't have the naval upgrades, nor would he. The extra arrows wouldn't be half bad. Increased health, probably not needed. Malian archers are making their advance. These mana arms now being upgraded to mana arms, upgrading from early mana arms to regular mana arms. May get armor clad as well. He sees all these archers. He can nullify all the archer damage with armor clad, so they'll do 1 damage each. Try to go conversion there. Takes out the monk, take out his exotic doggo. Another Malian archer does go down. Mass Archer is probably the least effective versus English thanks to their unique upgrades. We now have imported armor here, which is a similar upgrade, but this time for the sofas. Which will give them the 4/4 armor, base armor. They can also get +2 pierce armor. Longbowmen this age can hit up to 10 if fully maxed out. So the imported armor would be nice, but even sofas will have a bit of trouble versus the large number of archer fire. Does spot the outpost, probably a good idea for the Malian player to eye for some mangonels. The English player could just go for mass mana arms and be very successful against his opponent. You have some Musavati warriors being deployed on the field, and one's from the Fombia garrison. It is from the Fombia garrison, which will allow him to get out some groups of 5. Sofas, oof, they took a lot of damage there. Oh yeah, the veteran sofas, so they have 3 base armor, so they do have 7 armor, so take 3 damage per arrow from longbowmen. If they're fully kitted out, right now they're just taking 2. There's their damage number 3. Armor clads on the way as well, which will really make these mana arms very hard to deal with his archers. Needs more Musafati warriors. He has to be careful of the Musafati warriors. They are light melee, so they will get countered by the longbowmen. Right now, English Castle Age is going to be very effective. The Malian player may want to eye for a faster Imperial Age in order to get out, say, the Musafati gunners. Another failed attempt there. Yellow currently has 3 relics. And Yellow's claiming this sacred site up here. Very nice. Blue has so far claimed up no relics. The last 2 remaining relics is there, and the one that was right there. Wait. Blue's picked up 1. Wasn't there a relic here? I guess Blue may have picked it up. Wait, right there? Wait, am I crazy? Sixite has been captured up north. There's the relic. I must be going crazy. Yellow's eyeing for a forward keep here, trying to protect the fishies. Transport ship will draw some fire there. Villagers are now building. Yellow has a superior number of civilian count there. We're making his way forward. Musafati warriors with a hit, and they're doing some good damage. The Musafati warriors are largely going down. Sofa's in the mix as well. Got some spearmen here. They're just hardened spearmen, not upgraded. Villagers are going to try to complete the keep there. Archers need to focus down the spearmen and the longbow. Make sure they don't hit those mana arms. Got some crossbows here deployed out by the English. He knows the biggest counter right now he has to worry about is the sofas, so that's why he got out some crossbows. Looks like all the villagers have gone down. No, the keep is still being built. There's at least 8 villagers somewhere trying to build. Most of the villagers have gone down. Keep is still being built. Keep is very close to being built. I have no idea where that villager's at. Keep is still being built. And now it's been killed off. It cancels the keep there. It was very close to being built. And now he's lost a significant amount of force. His archers became worthless when his opponent got into Castle Age. And we do have some taxable income here. We're now, yep, this will get the max, or no, that's so maybe one more trader still needs one more total outpost there. Yell's eyeing for this keep now. Yell did lose a good number of villagers, but I don't think it's going to get this keep up time. This time there's a lot less defense force here. And the villagers are a bit more exposed now. We got some poison archers here. That would be a little bit more effective versus those man-at-arms. The high armor still poses a massive threat. Villager's trying to get his keep up, but he's not going to get it. Cancel the keep. The trader's not exposed. That's maybe the end of the game. I think the Malian player should have deployed out more sofas. It would hurt until he gets next age. But this is what Malians have a bit of a hard time when it comes to man-at-arms, it feels like. Versus the English, who likes to go for longbows. They don't have anything on the ground other than sofas to stand up against man-at-arms in general. I suppose more Mangonels would have been useful earlier on as well. So maybe in late transition of Mangonels caused a bit of issues. Crossbows being focused down by the Malian archers. And the Malian player does back up the game, unable to keep the trade alive, and losing the trade will spell the end of the game. It's Angrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.